Previously on Southend United Road to Glory career mode. We played several games in the Empower League 2 to continue our climb up the ladder and finish on top at the end of the episode. We also played a quarter-final FA Cup match against West Bromwich Albion, which ended in a 0-0 draw, thus meaning we have a replay against them at home. That's what happened last time, and let the glory continue. Hey guys, how's it going? The Master Bucks here, and welcome to a big bloody episode of my Southend United Road to Glory career mode. We are currently playing a quarter-final replay of the FA Cup. Excuse me. Yes, I got something stuck in my throat. Okay, anyway. We've, of course, as you can see there, got it against West Bromwich Albion, who have been having a ripper year this year. And, yeah, they've had a great season. They've apparently had a good season in their league as well in FIFA 13. So, again, we've got them at home. So, we've got the home turf now. Surely that'll be a little bit of an advantage. We ended up the last time we played them, finished 0-0. But we'll see what happens here. So, Long with a shot, we make a block, we make another tackle into Morrison, into Dorrans, no one's tagging him, and they get pretty early on, in the 9th minute, a goal to put themselves up in front. So, number 17, Graham Dorrans, has put them in front with pretty much 10 minutes into the game, but we start an attack ourselves. Straker going through, he's got some support, but he'll have to have a shot himself. He gets a save, and I don't know, it was a very interesting sort of flight of the ball. The flight of the ball was very odd, or in particular for a save like that, because yeah, you don't normally see them just slow over and just go over the bar. But still moving on, they pass it around again. Probably not some great defending, and Malumbu is getting a shot away. Just sort of didn't get a whole lot behind it, but just enough, and put it good placement. Long, unfortunately, yet again running through and having a shot. And Bentley, even though it was quite close, was that Bentley or was that? No, it's Bentley. Even though it was quite close to him, unfortunately not being able to deal with it. So going into half time, we're 3 goals down already, which is not a great start to the FA Cup. And if we don't do something immediately, some brilliance from some absolute Nicholas Barkroth brilliance there. My Swedish Messi diving and weaving in between plays, but unfortunately the shot straight at the keeper. But going into half-time, as you see there, at 3-0, we need to pull off something special. It's not, excuse me, we have not, by the way, have a look at that. I don't even know what Shaw was doing. I charged up the cross, and then he took another touch and it just rolled over the line. And you go back and watch it if you need some proof. But again, we can see Cresswell trying to tackle Long, failing, eventually a cross in, and a penalty apparently. So, yeah, he was rubbing shoulders. They were getting it on, and unfortunately it's going to be a penalty to Long. But if they were to put this in, that's a nail in the coffin. He goes right, I go left, but he goes over the top of the crossbar. Shane Long, unfortunately, not missing, and very uncommon for him to miss a penalty like that. But still, Yassine Benzia in the box now. 80th minute, we need a goal. Passes in to Boniperti, charges it up, and has a crack in the bottom right-hand corner. In the 82nd minute, we have come back from 3 goals down at this relatively point in time, but still, against West Brom, it's a tough ask. And as you can see there, we're able to clear away the penalty, and that was it. So, pretty much starting it on a downer, but probably quite realistic. We drop out of the FA Cup in the quarterfinals after a replay against West Brom, 1-3. So, yeah, that ends our FA Cup run, but fuck, we made it all the way to the quarterfinals. I am absolutely ecstatic with that. We would have had Manchester United if we had gone through, which would have been amazing, but hey, I'm not upset. We lost to West Brom, even though we beat Liverpool and Tottenham, which is probably a little bit of a what for me, but I mean, hey, we just dropped the ball in that one game, and unfortunately, what can you do? So, anyway, that is it for all the cup games. It is just League 2. It is nothing but League 2. So, let's get onto it. Okay, we've got Exeter City. As you could see before, we are top of the league. We made a tackle. The ball's gone right back to Gow, to O'Flynn, and a great tackle from Cresswell yet again, getting a foot out of the way. They're whipping across. They try to win a header. They don't. Cresswell yet again there for the rebound, and he's starting the counter-attack. Going into Barkroth, a lot of space on the left-hand side. Benzia with an interesting touch, but at the same time a good touch because it's allowed a bit of space. Yassine Benzia on the ball. He's being marked. He gets 4. He goes down, and that is a penalty. So, great stuff. Great stuff from Cresswell to win the corner, to get them a corner and a starter, and then Benzia falling down and having a penalty and scoring it in the 10th minute. So early on, he takes a very slow run towards Boniperti to celebrate, but still. In the 10th minute, we get a goal. Now, in the 20th minute, it's Exeter City that whipping across. O'Flynn, somehow, even though he was in the mix between, I believe that was Archie and Bentley, has somehow managed to get a head onto that, while my 2 guys have missed it completely, and right in the top right-hand corner to get that equaliser. So, O'Flynn, how did he manage that sort of penalty? But yeah, Freer with a big cross in. One of the guys goes down. We make a save. It falls right back to Gow, and Gower somehow puts it in. Even though it was a good save from Bentley and it went right back to one of my players, I don't know. And yet again, we bring out the keeper, we get caught out, and Gulian Bauza, I don't even know how to pronounce that name, and I won't even try. But yeah, again, it was just, it was good through a ball. My wingers, my left back and my right back were too far back, and my centre backs were pushed forward. Allowed him to get through, and I got caught. So unfortunately there, we have gone from being 1 goal up, and Tooley, by the way, getting a second yellow card and being sent off. So maybe this is going to help me getting back into the game. But going from a goal up 10 minutes in to 3 goals down, or 2 goals down, should I say, or conceding 3. We're passing it around the box. Benzi with a shot, and on the right side in the 58th minute, we get a second. So maybe we might be able to get an equaliser here. We got plenty of time to do it. Spicer getting around his man very well and dribbling, and a pass into Benzia. I have no idea how he missed that. Probably not the best option to pass into Benzia. Probably should have just had a shot himself. But Barkroth on the ball, getting some space, having a shot, tight angle, and the fact that the keeper came out as well was making it quite hard. Straker all alone, and he's missed that one as well. God knows how many chances we've had. I can't believe Straker was so unmarked. But Bonnie Perty, 90th minute, had a chance to put us on level pegging, and we couldn't manage it. So 2-3 was how it finished. We ended up losing that game against Exeter City at home. So, yeah, no good. We ended up, of course, losing that game in Exeter City. Yassine Benzia with a 9.5 rating, doing well. And have a look at this. It's another injury. We got 2 injuries in a row consecutively before. Now one falling on a Leonard. And I'm telling you guys right now, everyone out there is saying I'm sprinting too much. I'm not. I let off whenever I can. As well as that, I say I'm not rotating players. I'm rotating players. You would not even fucking believe how many players I'm actually rotating. It's just the thing. I've got so little players in my squad that it makes it seem like that I'm only playing the same players every single game. But the fact is, guys, I only have, and a great little coming out and whack of the ball from Bentley there, but I only have 6 players in my reserves, and this is in a league where there are only 5 players. Where there are only like 5 players in a team. So anyway, hang on a sec. I'll sort that out later. But you can see that Straker able to get a goal, and a very nice one as well at that. Now, in the 74th minute, we're back on the ball. Straker the one's got it. He's going to roll over the line. And if you would look in the bottom left-hand corner, guess who's on the ground? It's Yassine Benzia. This is 4 injuries in a row, FIFA 13. Are you kidding me? When we finish this game, or it's either going to be at the end of this game or the end of the next game, I'm going to show you my entire squad list. I have 20 or 21 or 22 players. That is not enough players to be rotating when you have a game every 2 or 3 days. It's ridiculous. But you can see that Gabriel putting his heart and soul when he's got no energy in him whatsoever, whipping it across the Bonnie Perty. And the volley was kind of a meh sort of attempt, but he still managed to get the shot away, and it was pretty good if you ask me. So, not great, but I mean, he was able to get on target. And yeah, there we go. I don't know if we're going to be having a look at my squad after this, but yeah, Gabriel with the 8.9, so he has a good game. One of his rare games where he actually does quite well. Normally, he's not that fantastic, but yeah. So, Yassine Benzia, of course, the man that was substituted as well with an injury. So, he's going to be out for 3 months as well. Can you actually fucking believe that I've had 4 players injured consecutively for 3 months? It's ridiculous. Now, the fact is, guys, I'm just going to put it out there. I have about 21 or 22 players on my squad list. So, when I have 4 or 5 injuries, it means that, like, I have no players to rotate with. I've got 1 player in reserves. I've only got my squad. I've only got my substitutes. And when I rotate with my substitutes, they'll get tired anyway. And when they're on the bench, they don't actually, heal or recover. They stay at what they're at. So, they're always going to be tired when we're playing a game every 3 days. So, there's really absolutely nothing I can do. And you can have a look there. I believe one of our players has pulled up as well. So, yeah, what can you do? A lot of players are actually pulling up in this game. But, yeah, going into halftime, no goals for both myself and Plymouth Argyle. We are out here. We've got a player in support. Bonnie Percy just has a crack himself. An amazing save from their keeper. And they're just going to whack it out there yet again. And pretty much immediately from that little clearance, they've started a counter-attack. They're on the ball. Cowan Hill passes into Watton or Wooten or whatever. And in the 68th minute, they've gotten a goal to put them in front. I don't know what the hell. I don't even know who that was, whether it was like Clahesi or Cresswell or whoever it was. But Bonnie Percy having a shot going straight at the keeper. So no equaliser there. And unfortunately, we ended up losing this game yet again. It's actually amazing. It's getting out of hand. Now, have a look at this. We lost this game, which was not fantastic, but look at the animations. They're doing the whole Yep, okay. It's like that's normally the end of the season. Now, I don't know what that means for me, but they're all celebrating and, or at least thanking all their fans for coming out. I don't know if that means that the season's over for them, that where they are is where they're going to be. Now, here we go. Have a look at my squad, okay? This is in a league where there are only, I believe, 5 or 6 players in the substitutes, okay? And I've got 6 bloody reserves because I didn't have a lot of players and I've sold a few to actually build up some revenue to buy these great players who are now all injured. So I've got a game every 2 or 3 days and all my players keep getting injured. I've got no one to be rotating squad with. It takes one player to get injured for me to have to play one player a little extra, and then that player will get injured or get extremely tired. It's literally nothing I can do about it. But again, what are you going to do? We just have to really just had to play and hope that nobody got injured. Parking on the ball, having a shot going over the top of the crossbar, quite luckily there. But yes, Clohessy now on the ball in a Barcroft. Enough negativity, enough with the enough with the bloody injuries. Surely we won't get another one. We've got 5 injured at the moment. We're going to have to manage with this mix. It's a bit of a hybrid between a squad. Oh, great save there, but an incredible dive in here. Unfortunately, it was a great save from Bentley there, but Parkin with it just over the top diving header to put it in to finish it off. But yeah, what can you do? But still, we're on the ball. Spicer on the ball. I've had to give him a fair few games, and Spicer, even though a player that doesn't get a lot of games, he seems to have stepped up. But either way, half time, we are 1-0 down. We need to get a goal. We seriously can't lose another game. Straker on the ball. He's trying to find some space, if not another play. Finds Barcroft, finds Martin. Martin with an, oh my God, if that had been on target and that was a goal, that would have been an amazing goal. He's literally taken a touch and swung at it, but it's been a fantastic swing. He got contact on it perfectly. But you can see here, Martin on the ball, Benji on the ball, Boniperti on the ball. None of them have any injuries and none of them have any energy in them. Boniperti taking a bad touch, and that was it. We finished with a 1-0 loss yet again at home to Fleetwood Town. I've been losing games at home way too often. But yeah, that is 2 losses in a row. We've now got another one against Torquay United. These injuries are seriously starting to take their toll. And with the amount of players that I have, what am I trying to say? With the amount of players that I'm playing consecutively over and over again, and with the amount of games that we have to play in a row every 2 or 3 days, they are fucked. I'm going into these games with like a third of their energy. It's actually a joke. Look at the play. Oh, well, you probably don't, but have a look at some of the players in the bottom right-hand corner that are popping up. Players that I would never be giving games to if I was at my full strength here. But amazingly, they whip it across, and that is the most... That wasn't a cross, it was a through ball, but that is the most amazing miss I have ever seen. So, amongst a little bit of the... Well, amongst some of the bullshit that I've been getting recently in this game, that was quite funny, but still... we dodged the bullet big time there. Barcroft passing into Boniperti. Not the player I was really after, but unfortunately the shot was blocked as well. So, yeah, going into halftime, it's a rainy day, 0-0. Hopefully it won't rain on my day. Hopefully we'll be able to get at least a point because we were on top of the table a couple of games ago. We've had all these injuries. All my players are absolutely fucked and tired as hell. And that is a horror... Oh, no. That was a horrible sliding tackle from Markey, but at the same time, I think what was happening was I was controlling a player. I went to go slide tackle with that player, and then the FIFA 13 changed for me. I go left, he goes left, and we still don't save it. It's amazing how we didn't save that. I just genuinely had no idea, but the clearance that time, not going to anything, they're just going to whack it away yet again. And you can see here, the player that was underneath it, one of my players just literally stood there and did nothing, but... Guys, that is, I believe, 3... No, that could be 4... It's either 3 or 4 losses in a row. I've lost count, but still, I'm putting them down all to the injuries and, of course, all to, like, a lack of energy. When you're going into a game and every single one of your players only has a third of their possible energy, I mean, you're on the back foot immediately. But thankfully, this game that we have up against Oxford United, we were able to get a week's break for, finally. So... All of our players should be at full strength now, which is going to be great. And, yeah, we've got this game and then a game against Rotherham United. And, lads, that is it. That's it for the season. So, until then, guys, I'm your host, Game of the Masterbucks. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. If we hit 300 likes, I'll upload the last episode of this season. So, get on it, guys. I'm your host, Game of the Masterbucks. Peace out, and have a good one. Merry Christmas. Goodbye.